All right. All right, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 to Talk It Out with Dr. Renee. I'm here with Val Cripps. I'm super excited. Val and I have been following each other for a while, and she's fantastic energy, a beautiful, beautiful, amazing soul. So we're going to get into her stuff in just a moment. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name again is Tahsha Renee. I am the owner of Sisterhood of Sacred Fire. And founder, not really the owner, the founder. And then I'm also the co-creatrix of Women's Sacred Rage Therapy that I do with the amazing, incredible Jacquelynne Faith. And we've been doing that for about 2 years now. We do have, at this point, this is December 2022. We have a program coming up starts January 9th and will be a 4-week program. So that's our 1 month amazing program that we do. We've done 9 programs at this point. 4 Scream events, unlimited or uncountable one-on-ones. We've been hired to speak and teach other women's programs as well. We also have a one-on-one, 2-on-1 Sacred Rage, like a private session. Those are also available. And I'm also available for monthly and weekly one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in any of that, let me know and we'll talk about it. Okay, Val, I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. And if we go a little over, that's fine too. Just kind of try to keep myself on track a little bit here. Tell me, what is going on with Val today?
Well, I was like, yay. And then I was like, oh, it's live.
And it's recorded. So yeah, this is the whole point of this is so that I can share it on my website, on YouTube, on my social media, so that I can get, let people have a taste of what it is that I do, as well as try to give back a little bit to those that, can't always afford to work with me. So, yeah.
Well, I was drawn to connecting with you because I think, I've delved a lot into shame and guilt in my own work with myself and my clients. It was a huge thing in the very first few years after my divorce. And then I felt like now I'm coming into peeling away rage and resentment and grief. And I seem to be able to tap into all of it, except for really into the rage. I really like, and I'm not saying I'm going to tap into it on your live stream today, but I can be an example for the people that are like, so, I don't know.
So you said something happened today. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to stay kind of in the general area now that you know that we're live?
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, sure. I'm authentic. I mean, I post everything real all the time.
I mean, that's how I've always seen you. Somebody who's pretty open anyway. So yeah,
I am open. I don't like being vulnerable in front of a bunch of people. That's not my jam because it's never been a positive experience. So, and I'm 52, so I've been around for a while.
My followers are amazing. They are so sensitive and they love it when we all get, gushy gushy because they get to. It gives them permission. Yeah. I've never ever had anyone be judged or even have somebody judge me.
Right.
This page.
I have.
You're like, I have.
Well, in my life.
Welcome to my world, Val, where you're not going to be judged here. First of all, I got some serious fire energy. You think anybody's going to come up on anyone in this fucking thing without knowing they're going to get fire down their throats from me? Yeah, not going to happen. So yes, just know you're safe in this environment, even on my live and even being recorded, that you are safe to say. There's been a lot of women who've shared a lot of things live with me, and it's going to be okay.
I know I've done it with my clients and it's no problem when I'm in the seat, but yeah. I don't like to be in the.
I love the vulnerability of you saying, I'm a coach, I lead people, and I'm still terrified to do this myself. That's fucking so real. That's so raw. That's so human. And that's not what a lot of coaches are doing right now. So I just want to say thank you for being the person that shows up to say, we don't want it to look perfect. We're not looking for it. CS is perfect. We don't fucking want that. That's not what we want. So yeah. So
I've always been super real and raw, authentic. And I believe in that even at my expense, it has been at my expense, because I'm sure I could have faked it and I'd probably be doing a lot better financially now, but I couldn't live with that. So
exactly.
So I guess what's on my mind today is I posted about this on my wall like just a couple days ago, but this year's been really challenging for me. The last couple of years were really hard because as 2020 hit and my kids were home and all the craziness happened where everything changed. I was also having my period every 2 weeks from like late 2019 until May of 2022.
Oof.
Every 2 weeks. And that was 5 days of pain and exhaustion for every cycle. So it's basically 10 to 12 days out of every month for 3 years where I couldn't be I'm an energetic person. I still showed up. I still had, I still did a lot of portraits actually, which is what the AI portrait thing was pissing me off today. Because that's how I started my business. That's
Right.
literally how I started my business. And when I started in 2016, everybody's like, whoa, what are you doing? And now, it's just a robot. But we could go into lots of rage there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to give it to that. I guess if I could pinpoint my irritation and frustration, it does stem from what you just said. Like, I've been so real. I've been so authentic. I'm fucking amazing at what I do. I have the receipts. Like, I have incredible clients. I have so much, great stuff has happened in my business. I've been really brave and showed up time and again. And I have clients right now and they're doing amazing. Like, I'm doing really well. And I don't have enough to make my bills this month. And it's been like that all year. And I've sold my diamond. I've tried to sell some of my instruments because I'm really not playing them anymore. I'm looking for side gigs and I'm offering I'm doing all these things to as I grow my business back after being on a pause. I actually came back at a higher level, which is really cool. Maybe not financially, but energetically and in what I'm bringing through and the medicine I'm bringing through, which is actually, I'm doing grief, rage, and resentment release with my clients. It's amazing. And they're booking more clients as they go through my medicine. And yet I'm still over here, the strong one holding it together. And I know it's tied into me being, kind of suppressed at some level about what's
Right. So your rage is repressed, which means your money is repressed.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen to be able to move around in your life and your bank account and do all the fun stuff until you let this stuff come out as well. It's got to be, they go together. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about, you said you're not able to tap into your anger and rage. Where does that come from? Who taught you that?
I as a kid, my parents, they were young parents, and I'm 52, so I'm from a generation that we don't, my parents are boomers. Like, if you want to know what a boomer is, that's my parents. And and my dad's an Aries Air Force man. He's a military man. He's a businessman. He's a tough nut, and he had a big influence on what I was able to not express. He wasn't violent or anything like that. He's a good man, but he would actually, he would cuff the back of my head. And I've seen him do it to my kids and my niece and stuff. Just like, cut that out. What? Back. So from a very young age, and I'm exuberant. I'm an energy ball. I'm a generator. I have a lot of energy, and I'm not a normie. There's nothing typical or calm or I'm a total state girl, emo generator. I'm cosmic as fuck. It's a mess. It's a wonderful mess. And my mom is really, she's a Leo, and she's very quiet, and she's just totally different. So I grew up in this kind of, and my brother, who's passed now, had all kinds of issues. So I had this family dynamic where like me, who I am, was kind of, on some levels it was fine and I'm loved, and then on others it was totally not acceptable.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I'm still living that experience. Like, it's better and better the more I, since 2015 I broke free from my ex-husband. I broke free from terrible repression. Like, I've been through it.
Yes.
I'm just at a new level. Like, it's just time for a new level. I mean, I think that's the most I could say. I do the work and I'm growing every time. And some shit was on lockdown for years. I was married for 10 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. And I'm assuming there's anger there from the marriage, from the divorce, from all kinds of things in there as well that you're not maybe processing.
Well, I've done a lot of work. I mean, I've invested that's why I'm broke right now. I've invested thousands of dollars in myself
You've
too.
done a lot of work, but you haven't released your anger.
I guess, I was in a place for a couple years after divorce where everything he would say would, like, I lived in this PTSD mode for years. And then when I got out of there, it was like unraveling. And I think that's probably what the last couple of years and all the bleeding was about. Like on some level, it was
Definitely.
like me healing from all of that. And now there's no charge there anymore. Like even when we get into it now, because we have kids, so we have to deal with each other.
Yeah.
Like we don't, it's over. Like I don't.
It's over currently.
Yeah.
Here's the difference between people doing, like, I just talked to a woman today who was like, oh, I'm doing the breath work and the cacao ceremonies, and I'm doing writing and journaling, and I say I'm angry, and when my anger comes up, I really do kind of feel it. And I was like, awesome. And where are you intentionally, cathartically giving yourself an actual space to get fucking pissed? Like, what have you done in a space where you have screamed and hit shit and fucking talked out loud with women who are feeling the same way as you are, and like really, like, actually with intention said, I'm going to allow myself to fucking be mad about all the things that I've been carrying for fucking years that I was never allowed to say?
Probably nowhere.
Okay. And you're how old again?
52.
Okay, so I'm gonna be 47, so we're about in the same age range. So as you know, as an artist, by the way, what you see behind Val is her literal art that she's painted. She's an incredible artist. As an artist, anger, and I know a certain coach, I don't want to say her fucking name because I can't stand her anymore. But she did a program which was about a lot of this, which is your anger is used to create. You are a fucking artist. Do you know how much is going to open up on you when you literally cathartically let the shit out? When you give your body permission. So one of the reasons you can't tap into your anger is because there hasn't been a space for you to feel like you actually can. That's why you can't. There's been so many women that have come into our programs. It's just been like, I'm terrified. So in the very beginning, it was like, I'm terrified. I don't know why I'm exactly here. My friend Rhea told me to come here, and so I don't really know why I'm here. And I don't really consider myself an angry person. And their faces are all like torn up, like just. And then they end up being super fucking pissed. Or women that come in that are speaking at this level, and then by the end they're screaming their faces off. So there's something that happens in a space of permission. In a space where that side of you is not going to get fucking shut down, because where you're operating from is still that space of, if I let that out, I'm going to be judged. If I let that out, somebody's going to shut me down. If I let that out, somebody's going to fucking hit me on the back of my fucking head and tell me to knock it the fuck off. Like, you're still living in that inner child space. And there's nothing wrong with that you haven't been given, like most women haven't, a space of permission. Yeah. But when you show up to something where there's 9 other women, actually 10, 11 with me and Jacquelynne, literally saying, no, we want more of it. We want more of your story. We want you to take up all the space. We want you to get angrier. And the other women are not judging you. So many women have just been like, wait a minute. I didn't know that I could be in a container where there's a bunch of other women that I actually feel like after day 1, I feel super close to. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. And the women, and I'm sure you've heard this or know this, but I'm gonna say it in case nobody else does. The women, when we get to the scream portion, is not just screaming in your kitchen or your car because you've had it up to here. These women are screaming on an average of 20 to 30 minutes straight.
Oh my God.
And that's the first response we get, because women are like, oh, I can't even tap anger. How the fuck am I going to scream for 20 to 30 minutes? But what's happening is the buildup, which is not like we're just like poking you and just pissing you off until you just explode. Like, that's not what's happening either. It's again a space of, talk therapy, Jacquelynne teaching, and this lots of feedback happening, and just the thing of like, oh wow, I'm sitting here and my whole body's like releasing without even doing anything because I'm being given allowance, permission, witnessing. We need to be witnessed in our anger. So we've seen women scream for up to 2 hours. I'm not joking. Multiple women have screamed for up to 2 hours. Now they're taking a breath, they're drinking water, whatever they need to, but their process is going for a full fucking 2 hours, but it's average 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, they're screaming into a pillow so nobody can fucking hear them unless they don't care about their damn neighbors. Yes, that's what's happening. And yes, Jacquelynne and I are doing energy healing the whole time. And I am fucking massively vocal coaching the whole time it's happening. So I can keep you in this space of permission, allowance, witnessing, where you're on mute, your eyes are closed, nobody's looking at you but me and Jacquelynne. Like there's just this space of safety that's happening. And I really truly believe that if you don't cathartically allow your body to process that, it will make you sick. It will keep you in a space of not being able to receive because it's taking up all this space in you. It's taking up so much of your space because it's not alchemized. Right now it's working as fake safety, fakeness. It's keeping you, because really what it is the shit beneath it, right? Anger is a secondary emotion. So what happens when the anger comes out is the crap beneath it is attaching to that scream physically. I'm not even joking. And it's coming up and coming out of you. So what we say is when you come in, you're doing this thing where the level of anger you come in with, whatever that was, is gone. It's fucking removed. You will not have anger about that anymore. We guarantee it. It won't be there. Does that mean you'll never be angry about that person or that situation ever again? Maybe. We don't like to say yes or no on that, but as humans, our healing's not linear, right? As you know this, you teach this. So there may be another level of it, but what happens now is your anger's been alchemized. Your body's not the same. You're not the same person. Your DNA is not the same. Your cells are not the same. We see it every single time. So now when something comes in, you don't have a trauma response to things. You don't have a shutdown response. You're able to use your voice. You're able to set your boundaries. You're able to go, oh, do the thing we teach our clients, right? Oh, what's that? Think before you act on your emotion. Feel the emotion and be able to have it work through you and move through you and hold those different paradigms and different vibrations of this. Well, this is going on. Still stay in your truth. Your emotions don't have control over you anymore. You are in complete control of them. And now your mind and your body.
I don't feel out of control in my emotions anymore. I was a hot mess, and I was in a trauma response for a long time.
Right. And for you, it's not.
I did work through some of it on some level because I do feel. I mean, I know I can feel it right here. Like I know I have it, but I'm not running around reacting to life.
No, and I don't ever. I know you're far enough along in your journey and your work and in your coaching clients that it's not like that for you. I know that, but I think there is still a repressed trauma response that's happening.
Sure.
Because you can't tap into it. And in order to be able to tap into it, you do have to feel, and you do have to face almost that fear of judgment all over again to let it come up and come out. And once it does, that particular trauma, the repressed trauma response, because it's just part of life at this point. It's just, you don't need to respond because that's how you've been taught, is to not fucking respond in the way. And does it still again mean that you're like feeling things and then just stuffing them? No, again, I think it's something that's just become part of you. So being able to actually, again, tap into it and let that out that's been keeping you in this space is now going to make more space for you to just be more creative and more expressive and more loud, which I love, and more fucking energetic and all of the things. And the bleeding, yes, most definitely getting a fuck yes message on that for you, that obviously that intuition is completely right, that it was definitely releasing a lot of things. It feels like a rebirth. A lot of things that were dying and then literally rebirthing. Were you in early perimenopause?
I think so, because and now I am not having anything since September. So
No period at all, nothing.
Yeah, since September. No
So I've been in
period.
early perimenopause since 43. So I have a Facebook group that I literally started because there were so many women that were like having the same issues and didn't have anybody to talk to about it. And I was like, I have no one to talk to about this, no one my age, nothing. So I'm going to open up a group. And now it's got like almost 4,000 women in it. And it's every day growing, every single day. It's high engagement. There's always posts. So if you want to come in, you're still having issues with any of the other things that go along with it, let me know. I'll add you to it if you want, or anybody else that's watching. But I bled for almost a year straight. I became severely anemic. It was a fucking nightmare. So, and I too believe I found birth control that worked. Thank God. It took me 9 pills, but I found one. I do also believe that it was the same thing, that it was definitely a shedding. It was definitely a rebirth system. It was definitely a releasing of things in a physical way that I couldn't. So, I feel like those are involuntary though, right? And it's like when we have the intention to release something, when we're like, I am specifically showing up just to fucking release this, just to give myself space. Because the fact that you can feel it in here means it's ready to come the fuck out. If you couldn't tap into it and we talk about it and you're like, oh no, I feel it. It's there.
I mean, that's where I feel everything when I talk to people too. I tend to feel their stuff too in my chest. So it's a resonance. It's like, yeah, like you're feeling me, I'm feeling you, and it's like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yes. Yeah, you're a feeler. Obviously, look at what you paint. Yes, most definitely. But yeah, that would be, and if you're not somebody who, like, I hear you fund wise, like it doesn't sound like you're, possibly in a space to be able to do any work with us right now, which is totally fine. When you are ready and want to, come see us. But I would look into some ways to, I've been telling people, like, do you know if there's a rage room in your town?
A what?
A rage room.
Oh, I don't know. I live in Los Angeles, I'm sure.
Oh, there's one. Guaranteed there's one. Sorry, that's my timer. There's definitely a rage room in LA. So it's basically a place where you pay to go in and beat shit up. And they give you things like a bucket of things, and they give you hammers, and they give you all these things, and you get to beat shit up. So I would suggest doing something like that if you can, even if it's just with friends in a fun way, or women that are just kind of like, yeah, we're angry too. We're angry at some things. We're angry at the thing that happened in Iran. We're married. We're angry for all the other women that have been, whatever it is you can tap into to maybe bring it out of yourself, even just in a fun way, will be something cathartic to release. Yes. I say that for people who have a hard time letting it out, one of the best ways you can do, which is part of our 4-step process, is to write down everything you've ever been fucking pissed off about in sentence format. I'm mad because I'm pissed off at so-and-so, blah, 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 and read it out loud to somebody that will hold space for you. I've had women literally throw up from doing those lists because they had no idea. One of them was like, I had no idea that my anger was fueled by my anxiety was fueled by my anger for the past like 20 years. Wow. And all of a sudden it's now coming out. And women, just having detox, honestly, from just doing the list. So that also is this way to start the unraveling of things that gives your body permission. And when you have somebody that will just hold space with no feedback to just listen to you, very powerful.
I have done some of that with resentments and then burn it. And then the coach would say, thank you for sharing. And that was really powerful.
Yeah. So in our program, what we do is we have you say all of that. And then we actually have like feedback. There's like psychic messages that come through, and we have actual feedback that comes through. For the most part that we do, there's a lot of just like, wow, that was really amazing. Holy crap, that was super powerful. Because women are reading it out loud and they're starting to get emotional. There's a lot of emotional release when that happens. Again, because there's all these people that are staring at you because they like care for you at this point. They like want to hold space for you. And that's a really beautiful thing when you've had everybody telling you that you aren't important, or that you don't matter, or that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't feel that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I definitely would, that would be my suggestion to you if you're, not at the funds place, to be able to take an actual program around it. We usually have things going on a monthly basis. So when you are ready, obviously we're Facebook friends, so you'll know, but come and find me.
I know. I missed, you had one last night. I should have come.
Oh, last night?
Or something you posted about something.
Oh, today. I was today.
Oh, it was today.
So every Monday I do have kind of like this format of stuff. But yeah, like an actual like program of us, like actually walking you through something, yeah, is what I would suggest for you. Or a one-on-one session. We do have private sessions where Jacquelynne and I will walk you through basically the four-step sacred rage scream process that I have. Plus we do some energy healing and some meditation on top of that for integration. And then we have like 3 days of like voice support afterwards. So it's a pretty good way to get in and get that out. But if you're somebody who can't really tap into it, I don't really ever suggest the one-on-one, because your body needs time. It needs a little bit of space. And while it doesn't sound like much, when you start on a Monday and we get to Friday where you're going to be screaming, it's been enough time for your body to feel safe enough to do that and for you to actually release and let it go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good stuff.
Work. Yeah.
Yes. Anything else you want to say?
No, I just wanted to find out more and get to know you, and thank you for sharing. It's powerful.
Well, thank you for sharing and having the courage, especially after you were like, we're going live. Wait, what?
No, I didn't even like check my face or anything. I don't even know.
You look fantastic. I would have been like, girl, you need to fucking, like, I would have told you. I would have, I would have told you. I just want to see really quickly if there's any messages that were any comments we have to answer here really fast. In case somebody has a question for you or for me, we have 4 comments. Let's see. Oh, Sherry, she's all 2 beautiful souls. Sherry Blake. 52, Sherry's 52 also. Sacred Rage is where it's all at. I love it. Also joining the group is amazing for realizing what many, because Sherry took our program. She said also joining the group is amazing for realizing what many women have experienced in holding powerful space for each other. T and J were made for this work. I love you, Sherry. Thank you so much for saying that. And the thing is, we don't promote like how safe we are. We do now. We didn't even used to do that because we were just kind of like, we didn't want to be those coaches. We're like, here, our space is safe. Come and but like we just didn't ever want to. But then everybody kept saying shit like this. And we were like, oh, maybe we should start saying that we're a safe space. Maybe that would be something that might be a selling point for people, for women, So I really appreciate that, Sherry. Love you, girl. All right. I think that's it then. So yes, feel free to, message also. Val, you want to talk about what you do a little bit, like coaching wise, before I let you go?
Absolutely. I also alchemize for other people. I am a feeler. I'm an emo generator, and I'm a frequency transmitter. So I can feel you no matter where you live. All my clients have been virtual mostly. And I call myself a divine biz shamama, because I love how most of my clients are very gifted, and they need to allow to make it more simple. I've worked with a lot of corporate clients that then have their own soulpreneur business, and they're so intuitive and gifted, and it's a bridge, right, between the life we have been living and all these perceptions and beliefs and everything, and then actually being the medicine women, using sound, using art, using creativity. And I love working with women that are like me and you, that are like doing the thing, and we bring in it our own way, and it's real and it's raw. And so I like to call it biz shamama, because I'm a shamama, like I'm a shaman type of, alchemist.
Yeah.
But I like to talk about your soul business. I'll get in there, and I'm running a business. I've invested a lot. I understand, but I'm not doing your strategy. I'm helping you with your energetic and your relationship to yourself, your relationship to others. And from there, strategy evolves. And all my clients end up with unexpected cash infusions, new clients that pay them more money, soulmate clients. So I call myself, it's magnetic soul client attraction, because that's what happens when we do the work, and it's inner child and ancestral release and alchemy.
Always ours happens. Right? That happens with us too, for sure. Where can people reach you?
Valtopia.com, VALTOPIA.com.
Wait, say it slower. What?
My name is Val. So it's like utopia, Valtopia.
Oh, Valtopia. So VALTOPIA.
Yeah, everywhere, like on Instagram, YouTube.
Okay.
And then here on Facebook, you would just click on my name, or I can put in the comments if that's how.
Fantastic.
I
Yay.
have space for 2 more.
Oh.
I have to space it out because I really like to focus on my clients. So
Of course. I love that. Great. And I
know.
highly, highly recommend Val. She's extremely amazing. Just love, love, love your work. Love what you're doing.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for, and please share if you want to, but thank you for watching. And we'll see you on episode 3, which is on the live anyways, coming up. I'm going to be doing 2 more of these tonight. Dear Jesus.
You're
help me.
amazing.
I
Thank
feel
you
like
for
I'm going
your
to sleep
generosity.
the dead when I sleep tonight. God.
Absolutely. Well, I
So good.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you.